What a day. What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBot Solutions. So a pretty flat day, I would say. I mean, market did close in the green, but from where the market opened at to where the market closed at, I mean, we literally just traded sideways. The market was struggling to decide, are we going to make higher highs? Or is it overbought enough that markets are going to begin to de-risk? So there's a few things that I quickly want to talk about. I believe markets are still trying to decide, are we going to go higher for longer? And either Trump needs to send out another tweet to try to boost and push the markets to new highs. But we know, everyone knows, markets are all pumping based off of hope. And when fundamentals begin to kick in, which might be tomorrow, and I'll tell you in just a second, be ready for a pullback if only the report comes in actually worse than what was expected. But as of right now, things do look bullish. Again, there's no reason to sell if you do not want to. I do believe personally that markets are a little bit on the overbought side. So the idea of de-risking or reducing position side at these overbought levels makes sense, but it doesn't have to for you, right? One of the trades that I took today was Tesla. Just so you could see, I made $3,600 on the day. I have one lucky share. That's all I left myself with. In comparison to my trade yesterday, I did so much better today. I didn't overtrade. I traded with a much smaller dollar amount. I pretty much recovered almost half, not even there yet, but half of what I lost yesterday with Tesla. So again, I posted it on my Instagram if you guys did not see that. But yesterday was like an insane day with so much momentum for Tesla. Today, even when things did push to overbought levels, it was much easier to identify, the overbought range, the retracement, the overbought range, and the retracement. So overall, 2 days that I was able to work well with, 2 trades that I was able to work well with, making $3,600 on the day. So we'll see what we can make happen tomorrow. The thing that I want to quickly update you guys on is UNH. We talked about UNH yesterday. The thing that there was already forms of like uncertainty with UNH. I'm glad that I highlighted that UNH was a stock that I was paying attention to and that I was watching, but I was never afraid to highlight the risk, and that is with the uncertainty of, its guidance for 2025. It suspended its guidance. Its CEO is stepping down, and one thing that got brought to my attention that I wanted to make sure that was very clear is not just with its investigation that was announced, because there was also already talks about it being investigated, but now it is being criminally investigated for possible Medicare fraud. I don't know if they're just reaching when it comes down to that. It doesn't matter. It acted as a further negative catalyst, and that's why we saw it go from 310 all the way down to lows of 381. And right now it's trading at highs of 294. So it's still down. No reason to sugarcoat it. But the thing that I also want to bring, attention to is that obviously with Trump trying to reduce the amount of money that big pharma is making by trying to reduce 30 to 80% on prescription drugs, it's going to be interesting to see how that has an impact on a company like United Healthcare. Because we all know that, again, looking at its history, United Healthcare has been a very well-run company. But are things changing in the healthcare space? This might be, again, a unprecedented event for something like United Healthcare. So I'm definitely still paying attention. I'm still watching. Is the market overreacting, or are things just getting started and about to get a lot worse when it comes down to United Healthcare? Again, I love talking about stuff like that because I find it to be so interesting, because if this is a shift that we are seeing in the Medicare space, how cool that we get to kind of see it all unfold. And all we literally need to do is pay attention, read a few articles, and be kept up to date with what's going on. So I'll make sure that I do my part in keeping you guys up to date. The last thing that I quickly want to highlight is tomorrow. Tomorrow, we do have the PPI report. For those that do not know, let me go ahead and, I don't know why. Oh, because this is East Coast time. So tomorrow, Thursday, which is May 15th, we're supposed to have the PPI report. This is 100% just my opinion. PPI report is like the CPI report, but instead of on the consumers, it's on the producers. Normally, producers are the ones that are first to see inflation going up. And then when inflation goes up for producers, it gets passed down to consumers. Let me make this very clear. CPI report that was just released did come in lower than what was expected. The PPI report, not a lot of people really care about it because it's not consumers, it's producers. The PPI report, and I encourage you to look into it, is often looked at as a report that can forecast if inflation is going up or down, and which later can get passed down to consumers. So if we do see inflation begin to pick up for producers because of these tariffs and they're beginning to see prices go up, then it is to be expected that the forecast for what's to come for CPI is also expected to go up. I just want to share with you the why. This is why I'm paying attention a little bit more to tomorrow's PPI report. Again, producer price index report, and then we also have initial claims, continuing claims, and those are the people that are just filing for unemployment for the first time or continue to file, which obviously is a focus for the Federal Reserve when it comes down to the economic reports that they're paying attention to. So a lot of interesting stuff are happening right now. So again, I'll just make sure that I continue to do my part in keeping you guys up to date. If you guys have any questions, please do not hesitate to comment down below. Would love to answer any questions you guys might have. I hope that earned a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. And do not forget, whenever it is that you are ready, we'll see you for our live trading session. And that's that second link in the description down below. You can join right now for one of the sales that we have going on. And it breaks down to as little as $1.35 per day. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.